We bought this 100% totally real Mac Studio from TEMU for about $150. And in this video, we'll unbox it and see if TEMU actually sent us a real computer. All right, so let's get right into it. We're gonna immediately open this guy up. Just 10 out of 10 packaging from TEMU. All right, here it is. It says mini PC, glorious, so definitely a Mac Studio. And then on the bottom, it says product information and then tells us some stuff about it. Ugh. All right, here we go. Got that plastic wrap off. Let's go ahead and pop the lid on this guy. Some decent packaging. Oh my God, is that it? There's just no way, right? This cannot be the whole computer. Oh my God.
Oh, that's not even a cube.
Dude, what? Why does it have 3 HDMI ports? There's 2 Ethernet ports. Immediately, I'm confused for like what the use case of this is even gonna be. That's amazingly tiny. There's a joke there. All right, let's see what else is in here. We got, what is this? I guess I need to check the instructions. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. Dude, this picture says it all. So this black piece here goes to the back of your monitor, and then you can apparently attach your computer to the back of your monitor. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I don't even have words. This is amazing. I don't even care if this thing works. Just this concept, the fact that they did this, the ingenuity involved. 10 out of 10. If you've ever like touched a recent Mac, they're usually like this like really nice aluminum, like brushed aluminum feel. They're kind of cold to the touch. No, this is just straight plastic. All right, I'm dying to plug this thing in. We got to get this thing set up. So let me go grab a monitor and stuff. All right, we got everything plugged in. We got HDMI, power, got our keyboard and mouse set up. I am so excited to see what this thing can do. So let's go ahead and hit this power button. Oh, there it goes. What is this? Power managed secure. It's gonna be like some Chinese spyware. Comment down below what, never mind, it's already spoiled. I was gonna say comment down below what operating system you think this is gonna run, but it looks like we're immediately running into either Windows 10 or 11. It probably said on the little listing page what it ran, but really, Jacob bought this machine and I'm just here. All right, now we're just gonna run through some normal Windows setup stuff and we'll be right back with you. When's it gonna ask us for our social security number and life savings? I think this is the moment. There we go, I signed my life away. You know what's impressive about this thing? It's like not making any noise. I'm not even sure if there's a fan in this thing. It might be totally passively cooled. There's like a very, very, very subtle hum, but other than that, I don't really hear anything coming out of this. Oh, here we go, we're in. This is Windows 11, all right, okay. All right, well, it's a computer, so let's just start doing computer things. All right, so looking at this now, we can see the real specs that Windows is detecting and not just the ones that were printed on the bottom of the box. We got an Intel Celeron, looks like a dual core 2 gigahertz processor, really state of the art, top of the line stuff in this guy, 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, so here's our GPU, but we know we have 4 gigs of GPU memory, which is shocking. That's a lot. It could be like an all-in-one chip situation where, you know, your RAM and CPU and GPU are all on one system on the chip. We'll find out in a little bit when we actually tear this thing down, which I'm really excited for. Honestly, I think my first impressions of this thing are it's pretty cool. It's cooler than I thought it would be.
What you got in that computer? You got 3 gigabooms in there? How many teraflops?
My computer can teraflop 15 times per microsecond. We are slowly updating Steam. The fact that it's taking so long is not a good sign for our video game performance of this machine. It is getting a little warm. I do actually hear a fan now. It's very mild, but there is like air coming out and it's making a very low hum. Oh, we have booted our first game and is that a crash? What happened? We got Devil Daggers going. I figured this is a simple, low impact game that this computer might be able to handle pretty okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, what is going on? I'm pretty confident this is not what we are supposed to be seeing right now. The fan has turned up. It sounds like to max speed. It is still barely audible. It is actually managing to handle this game pretty okay. Yeah, we're dropping a few frames every once in a while, but I mean, this is perfectly playable. 192, see if you could beat me.
2 hours later.
All right, we're back. We have installed some things. You may have noticed I've upgraded to the real Mac Studio here. Just kidding, that's actually not set up and plugged in at all. If you want to swing around here to the side, you'll see what I did with the real TEMU Mac Studio. I have it installed in its pro gamer mode, as you can see. Very professional, excellent setup. It just kind of like sits there. So yeah, real great stuff, but we're gonna leave it there because I just think the idea of leaving a whole computer latched onto the back of your monitor is hilarious. And you can also see just how comically large an actual Mac Studio is compared. The Mac Studio is pretty small, I think, for a pretty powerful machine. It's not like big at all, but that thing is tiny. But anyway, we got Ghost Runner 2 here. I figure it's just like a relatively small for 2023 game that should run at exactly 2 frames a second, if it even boots up at all. We'll see. I hear the main menu music, but I don't see the main menu. There it goes. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I like to see. Let's go. This is the TEMU experience. Come on, mouse. It looks like it's running in way too high of a resolution. We are slowly getting through the settings here as my mouse jitters through the screen at 3 FPS. 255 by 143. That sounds great. Oh, dude. I was gonna say, this is like PS1 level resolution. Let's go. It's 127. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be amazing. And we're almost at 15 FPS. You can't make out anything.
Look at that bitrate.
Dude, I've never seen a thicker layer of Vaseline on a video game. Will I be able to play the game? Oh yeah, there we go. It's blurry, and every time we take 2 steps forward, it has to recompile the shit. I can't even make out what's happening. All right, that's enough of this. We're gonna explode this computer if we keep trying to play this game. So, all right, so obviously this thing cannot play modern AAA games. Let's go ahead and try some PS2 emulation though, and see if it can at least handle that. That's sort of like, I feel like the upper bottleneck of what a machine like this could be capable of. So let's find out. All right, we got PCSX2 running. All right, we're loading up okay so far. I picked Ratchet & Clank because it's somewhat of an intensive game to run on a PS2 emulator. So we'll see how it goes. All right, we're definitely in slow motion. All right, and here we are. Oh yeah, that's what I expected. That's that premium TEMU emulation. A lot of PS2 games like Ratchet & Clank tend to slow down and actually like go into slow motion when you are not at a high enough frame rate. So I just can't imagine that a lot of PS2 games are gonna be a very fun and playable experience. All right, so at this point, we've tested some games on it. We have a pretty reasonable expectation of what it can do. It's no Steam Deck, but it's not a pile of crap either. It can play some games. So at this point, I wanna tear this thing down. We gotta know what's inside of it. All right, guys, time to open this thing up. We're gonna see if, in the process, it explodes on us. You never know. It looks like it just has these 4 screws. All right, hopefully it just kind of comes out. I don't know. Oh, I think I got it. Hold on. I think if I do this. Yep, okay. Oh, let's go. All right, we finally got it open. That was quite a bit harder than I thought it would be. It looks like all we can really see right now is this tiny little spinny fan. It's somewhat warm to the touch actually, which is not surprising. We were completely obliterating this thing with games that definitely cannot handle, but let me see if I can figure out how to get more into this thing. There we go. We can start to see the innards of a TEMU explosive device. I mean, PC. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, it just comes out. Okay, we got like a battery taped to the bottom, and also the power button just fell out. All right, so first off, here's our M.2 SSD, which is, I think this is crazy. Honestly, like the fact that we are getting like a 256 gigabyte M.2 SSD in a device that's this relatively cheap. This is awesome. We make fun of it a lot, and we'll get into this in a second, but I honestly think that this device for the money, it's pretty cool, and this is one of the reasons why. Wait, look at this plastic piece here that's just like sitting here. I assume to like block the M.2 from covering anything metal or touching any metal. They must have had a problem with that at one point. That is so jank. All right, so before I go any farther, at this point we can see a good bit of the motherboard here, and this is where we have like our Ethernet and our USB, HDMI, so this is where that battery connected. But I'm gonna flip it over and see what's going on underneath. Is there thermal paste? I love how all these screws are like totally different sizes, by the way. You could just tell that like this whole thing was just like slapped together to form this monstrosity. I just noticed this, but I think this is just like tape. I'm gonna try my best to carefully peel that off. Oh, there we go. Okay, now this is coming out. This, even at max volume, I thought was perfectly reasonable. In fact, I think they could have like cranked it a little more to perhaps get the thermals down a little bit. We didn't really like look at the thermals in depth. If you want to see that kind of stuff, let us know. We're still growing the channel. We're growing it together. Growing the Smokin Silicon community. Subscribe, comment, like, help us grow. Oh, there it goes. Oh my God, there's so much thermal paste. I think most people would agree this is maybe a bit much. Yeah, you could already see there's just like 2 little chips there. Why? All they needed to do was like grain of rice, not really that hard. They're so small. They're just these 2 very tiny little chips. They're not labeled, but I assume, one of them's our CPU, one of them's our GPU. I actually don't see, just looking anywhere on this board, I don't see anything obvious that appears to be like RAM. It's probably just, soldered into this board somewhere in there, but who knows? What an interesting device. This is, I'm so glad we did this. I'm a little sad it didn't have like Mac OS, or it's not like a Hackintosh, but like, man, what a special thing that TEMU gave us today. Special experience. Ratchet & Clank, half speed, Ghost Runner looking blurrier than you could have ever imagined. Truly an experience to behold. Please comment down below what you guys think about this amazing Mac Studio, very real, 100% legit from Tim Cook's lab. And we'll see you next time.